I've never been to Bruges before and it's about a 4-hour drive, but honestly I'll show you the weather and you'll see it is definitely worth the trip. So I've just turned up at 9 o'clock at night and it's pitch black outside, and I found a really cool free spot to park just outside of Bruges even, and it's in Decathlon's car park, and apparently from here tomorrow morning I can jump straight on the bus. But I'm off to bed, it's freezing cold but it's not raining. So I'm just going to head into Bruges and I'm going to get public transport. Apparently it's €3 per ticket, so £6 in and out. And there's a lot of roadworks going on, so I'm currently walking down a dual carriageway and trying to find the bus stop. So I'll see you in Bruges. So I have just had a quick bus ride. My God, what's happened to my hair? I've just had a quick bus ride into the centre. It took about 20 minutes on the bus. I got the bus number 40. I'll leave a link into the place I'm parking at, and I'll also try and leave a link for the app to buy your tickets. And I'm going to head into the main old town and have a little look around. So it looks like I'm inside the cathedral. We're standing in St Salvator's Cathedral, and this place is a real gem dating way back to the 12th century. It's full of history and charm. The stunning silver organ with its black and gold accents is a real highlight. The raised central part of the cathedral looks really interesting. We'll go and take a look in there. Around the outside is all these wooden confession boxes. I bet they've heard some secrets over the years. This central part looks really grand with these beautiful wooden pews and all the gold motifs above. And if we take a look up, we can see this beautiful roof or ceiling. These stunning stained glass windows were designed by a famous Belgian stained glass artist called Samuel Coucke, who crafted these windows in the 19th century and also created numerous masterpieces across Belgium. I've noticed in the roofs all of the star motifs are different, each one's individual. Some of the wood carvings in here are absolutely amazing. This chapel dates back to 1570. Bruges dates back to the 9th century and is also known as the Venice of the North. As I'm walking down these cobbled streets, there is so much history here. I think I've seen about 4 churches, all within the same vicinity. Alright, let's go and check out another church stroke cathedral. I will drop the correct names, but right now I'm not too sure. Welcome to the Church of Our Lady. This place is like some kind of medieval palace. I know it's a church. Well, that's impressive. The church dates back to the 13th century and is renowned for its impressive brick tower. This roof is outstanding. It's all brick. How amazing. The church also houses one of the few Michelangelo pieces outside of Italy, but sadly it's being cleaned, so I was unable to see it. Now I can see why Bruges is called the Venice of the North. These beautiful canals weave under the bridges, and with plenty of tourist boats you could easily spend the whole afternoon exploring. So I'm just walking around the gardens at the back of this building here, and I'm trying to see if I can have the day here without spending a fortune on museums. At the moment, everything seems to be costing money. So these boats are €15 per person. I think it's 20 minutes. So I'm just having a look to see what they are seeing. And they go under these lovely low bridges. I might go on one, but like I said, I'm trying to do this day on a budget, so let's see. This is the tunnel for the really famous bridge in Brussels. Bruges even. Bruges, Heather, not Brussels. As I cross over this charming old bridge, I can almost imagine myself prancing around in medieval times, though more than likely I'd be the one scooping up the horse poo behind the horses. The canals here once thrived with medieval trade, and the canals were the lifeblood of this. And I bet back in the 1600s the streets weren't as pristine as they are today. I've just found some chocolates with no milk. Fantastic. So I'm outside this little chocolate shop, and I'm going to give their chocolates a try. I got 5 chocolates for $4.90, but they don't have milk, so I can have them. Chocolate number 1. Caramel. Very nice. Who knew Bruges had so many sweets to try? So now I've just been into this shop and bought some marzipan, because that also has no milk. I've got pistachio, violet and kirsch, which is cherry. I'll give him a try later and let you know. I'm going to carry on walking around these charming streets. I'm excited to see what other hidden gems I can find. There are plenty of souvenir shops and cosy cafes and inviting restaurants, making it a perfect place to relax and soak up the atmosphere. The vibe here is really lovely, and it definitely has a real coffee shop vibe. I'm in a coffee shop in Belgium and they do waffles. All of them are dairy free. I'm going to have such a pig out day today. No wonder I can't afford any museums. I'm so excited. I've ordered myself a strawberry and cream waffle. Does life get any better? It's really nice to have lots of options for dairy-free stuff, but it comes at a cost at €9 for a waffle. But when in Rome... Right, let's go and take a little look down here. This is the entrance to the hospital museum. Another fantastic looking museum, but again, I'm trying to do things for free today. The hospital was founded in the 12th century and stands as one of Europe's oldest preserved healthcare buildings. For centuries, it cared for the sick and needy and even had a functioning pharmacy. So the pharmacy was attached to the hospital run by the sisters, and they grew all their own herbs in the garden here. It was used all the way up until 1972. I'm in one of the small gardens in the hospital. It is so quiet here. It's beautiful and tranquil. So I'm just walking around the grounds of the old hospital, and there's definitely quite a lot to do here in Bruges that costs nothing. So if you are on a budget, you can definitely spend the day here quite nicely. I will say, however, that the waffles are €9 each, and the chocolate was also about €1 for a chocolate. So if you can walk past those shops without entering them, you may have a cheap day. And if, like me, you can't, then it won't be. It's so beautiful in Bruges. It's so beautiful in Bruges, and I've just met a couple of young people, and one of them has very silly been on the back of her friend's bike and just fallen off and completely face pounded.
It's me! Shout out to the biker.
The biker, the dangerous driver,
Yes,
and then the crazy girl. Nice to see kids are the same no matter what country you're in. Another beautiful little canal in Bruges. It is really lovely here, and those girls and their friend are absolutely insane. So the young lad was giving a backie to the girl and she completely face planted and then spent the next 10 minutes hysterically laughing. There's a fantastic brewery here, and you can go in and have a look around and have wine and have beer and food. So I just stopped in a restaurant and I've ordered myself some fish and chips. I'm having a really lovely time walking around Bruges today. It's very beautiful. It's quite busy and it's definitely quite expensive. I'm not complaining about that. Most places like this are expensive. So tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'm going to come back into Bruges or head just down the road about 10 k's. Apparently there's another little medieval village that might be worth a look. So I'll have some dinner and then head back to the bus and see what we do tomorrow. You can take the girl out of England, but you can't take the English out the girl. Coffee and fish and chips. So I'm just about to leave the Decathlon luxury car park stay, and I'm going to head down the road to another little village, go and take a look at that, and then might head over to a place called Hazlitt because that looks quite interesting. And then we're going to try and find somewhere to park up free of charge and see if we can use one of the local Belgique airs. I do love a tree-lined avenue. So I've just driven through Damme and it looks really pretty, but it looks quite busy here. I don't know if there's a wedding going on. There's an awful lot of cars and people dressed very formally. Let's go and take a look around. It looks gorgeous. Damme is a medieval village that's been around for over 800 years, and as I head towards the village centre you can definitely feel the historic vibe and charm. There's this beautiful old church here, but I've got a feeling that the huge wedding party might be in there. I'll go and take a peek and hopefully I'm not gate crashing somebody's wedding. That's definitely a no-go. There's at least 200 people at that wedding. The town hall was built way back between 1464 and 1468. It's got that classic Gothic vibe with those stepped gables and those cool stone figures like Philip of Vallacy and Margaret of York on the front. The tower clock is from 1459 and there's a lovely carillon of 39 bells that rings out every half an hour. So I'm just having a little walk around Damme and it's a really beautiful town. If you go into Bruges, this is only like 15 minutes outside of Bruges, it's definitely worth a visit. It's much quieter, really pretty, super clean, and some amazing architecture here. It's just absolutely stunning. So I'm going to carry on walking, see if I can find a nice cup of coffee somewhere. just found a Thai restaurant. Be rude not to. While I sit and wait for my dinner, I thought I'd let you know, back in the day, it was a major trading hub here thanks to its position on the Damme Canal, and it even hosted some key medieval events. Plus, it was once the seat of the Counts of Flanders. So I got myself a nice spicy ginger beer and then a little platter of starters. Very expensive. And just as I get the camera out, the bells stop. Perfect. Can you see these impressive stork nests? Look at the size of those. They're enormous. This tower is super impressive on the church. But there's definitely a big wedding going on. There's all lighting and staging equipment, vans. Maybe it's for TV. The Church of Our Lady in Damme was built back in 1225 and its grounds are home to some fascinating modern artwork. The church also features a fantastic tower with a beautiful viewing point, but sadly because of the wedding we won't be going up there today. Right, let's jump in the bus and find somewhere to stay. Just found a lovely little spot to park up tonight. And here, look. And apparently this is a monastery. But more importantly, for some reason, they've got a big chip van in the middle of the car park. So I'm off to get some chips. I slept lovely here last night. And I'm going to go and take a little walk around the Abbey. Seems very busy. I can't believe how big this place is. I saw it yesterday, had a quick sneak peek. But there's nothing on Google. Well, one of the things here is the monks have their own shop selling beer and cheese. Postal Abbey was founded back in 1138 by Norberstein monks. Apparently this is the only monastery in Belgium with working monks, according to the information lady. Over the centuries, it evolved into this peaceful spiritual hub, blending Romanesque and Gothic styles. These days, it's not just a place of worship, it's also got a lovely guest house and a beautiful botanic gardens with medicinal plants. Once the abbey was surrounded by walls and moats and it had a fortified feel, but today it remains a peaceful retreat, giving you a glimpse into centuries of monastic life. They also raise their own bees here, so that means there must be honey in the shop. And this is the little house that contains the water well. So this is the church that's attached to the abbey. I'm going to go and have a little peek inside, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to record. The church is renowned for its Romanesque origins, featuring thick stone walls, rounded arches and sturdy pillars that create a timeless solid feel. The interior also boasts intricate vaulted ceilings and beautiful stained glass windows that add a touch of elegance and history. Over time, later Gothic elements were incorporated, blending seamlessly with the original design. This fusion of styles gives the church a unique character and a rich architectural heritage. It's beautiful and peaceful here at the Abbey. I'll leave a link down in the description. But I'm going to be heading over the border into Holland now and then making my way back into Germany to get the bus repaired on Tuesday. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And I'll catch you next week. Bye bye.